Something is stirring in the sky again. A pulse, a whisper from beyond the stars. It's the final supermoon of 2025, the Harvest Moon, and it's calling you to remember what you are made of. For centuries, humans looked up at this same glowing sphere and felt it watching back, silent, ancient, alive. They called it a goddess, a guardian, a mirror of the soul. But this time, it feels different, stronger, closer, almost as if the moon itself has stepped toward Earth to remind us. The light you seek above you already burns within you. Every photon that touches your skin tonight has traveled across space, carrying messages in frequency. Not superstition, but resonance. Science calls it gravity, rhythm, energy exchange. Spirit calls it awakening. Two names for the same phenomenon, the invisible dialogue between the cosmos and consciousness. And now, under this supermoon, that dialogue grows louder. Dreams sharpen, emotions surge. The veil between thought and reality begins to dissolve. You might feel restless, electric, strangely aware, because this light isn't just illuminating the night sky, it's illuminating you. This is more than a phase in the calendar. It's a mirror held to your evolution. Everything you've built, every truth you've avoided, every seed you've planted this year, all of it comes full circle beneath this moon. And the universe, patient and wise, asks only one question: will you rise with it? Because when science and spirit meet under one sky, reality itself bends toward awareness. The tides of the ocean shift, and so do the tides of the heart. The earth hums a little louder, the human spirit feels a little closer to home. And for a brief, breathtaking moment, we remember that we are not small observers in this universe. We are participants in its rhythm. So, when you step into the silver light of the October Harvest Supermoon, don't just watch it. Feel it. Let it speak. Let it stir the forgotten parts of your memory. Because tonight, the cosmos isn't out there. It's inside you. And its message is clear. The time of awakening isn't coming. It's already here. Now, let's begin. The night sky has always spoken in a language older than words. A pulse, a rhythm, a silver hum that moves through the heart of anyone who dares to listen. And now, as October 2025 unfolds, that celestial heartbeat grows louder. The Harvest Supermoon is rising. It's not just another full moon. It's the final supermoon of the year, brighter, closer, and charged with an energy that seems to vibrate through every atom of the earth. The world, whether it realizes it or not, is about to feel its pull. This October 6th and 7th, the moon will reach its peak in a moment astronomers call perigee syzygy, when it stands full and closest to Earth in its orbit. To the eye, it appears almost impossibly luminous, as if the night itself were being rewritten in silver fire. But to those who walk the path of awareness, the chosen ones, the seekers, the sensitive, this isn't merely light. It's information, frequency, a coded transmission from the cosmos itself. From a scientific point of view, this supermoon is the result of precise orbital mechanics. The moon follows an elliptical path around Earth, and when it reaches perigee, its closest point, the gravitational interaction between the two bodies intensifies slightly. Ocean tides respond first. Water rises and falls with a subtle increase in amplitude. But what ancient mystics understood long before modern astronomy is that humans too are oceans, 70% water, guided by unseen tides of emotion, intuition, and rhythm. When the moon swells in brightness and gravitational influence, something deep within us responds. Our sleep patterns alter, our emotional responses heighten, our dreams stretch wider. The moon doesn't control us, but it reminds us of our connection to the cycles of nature that pulse through all living things. The October Harvest Supermoon is more than a sight to behold. It's a mirror for the soul. Every full moon represents culmination, the flowering of intentions planted months before. But a supermoon amplifies that culmination, magnifying the results of your focus, your choices, your energy. Whatever you've been nurturing since the beginning of the year will now come into full view. Some will feel reward, a sense of clarity, closure, and expansion. Others may feel turbulence, emotional waves, unresolved lessons, or the sudden urge to release what no longer fits. That's because this is the moon of illumination, and illumination reveals everything, not just the beautiful. As the silver light pours down on the nights of October 6th and 7th, you may feel restless, emotional, or strangely alive. These aren't random moods, they're signals. The supermoon acts as an amplifier of consciousness, turning whispers of intuition into roaring truth. If you've been ignoring something, a decision, a calling, a realization, this light will make it harder to look over. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you. The harvest moon shines both outward and inward, illuminating not just the world around you, but the corners of your psyche, where you've stored forgotten dreams and silent pain. What comes to light now isn't meant to break you, it's meant to free you. In astrology, this full moon occurs in Aries, the fiery sign of courage, initiation, and individuality. Aries energy pushes you to act, to claim your truth, to move from hesitation into purpose. Combined with the expansive force of a supermoon, it becomes a call to step into alignment, to stop delaying the changes you already know are necessary. The moon will not move you against your will, but it will make inaction feel unbearable. It whispers, "The time is now." Imagine the night itself as a sacred mirror. Every emotion you feel, every thought that repeats, every sign or coincidence that appears, these are reflections of your inner vibration. The moon doesn't create your energy. It simply magnifies what's already there. If you walk into this lunar portal carrying fear, fear expands. If you enter with gratitude, gratitude multiplies. This is why the days leading up to the supermoon matter. How you spend them sets the tone for what this energy will echo back into your life. Cleanse your mind, release grudges, revisit your intentions. The moon amplifies everything, so choose carefully what you feed it. From a psychological lens, this process has grounding logic. The brightness of a full moon subtly disrupts sleep and deep REM states, which can make emotions surface more vividly. It's not magic, it's biology. But what's fascinating is how symbolism and science converge. The human brain is deeply responsive to natural cycles. For thousands of years, the full moon signaled time to gather, to celebrate, to awaken. That memory still lives in our DNA. So when the supermoon rises and the night glows unnaturally bright, the body remembers, the spirit remembers. We open, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, because some part of us knows this light carries renewal. For the spiritually awakened, this period feels like a thinning of the veil between worlds, between logic and intuition, matter and energy. Synchronicities become frequent. Dreams feel prophetic. You may wake at odd hours with sudden clarity or emotional surges. From a scientific standpoint, it's simply the body adjusting to altered circadian cues. But to the soul, it's an invitation. Pay attention. The universe is speaking in patterns, and if you listen, the guidance becomes unmistakable. The October harvest moon has always been linked to abundance and completion, a time when communities reaped the rewards of their labor. In your personal life, this energy calls you to harvest too. Look at the seeds you've sown this year, the habits, relationships, and projects you've cultivated, which are ready to bear fruit, which have withered and need release. The moon's illumination doesn't judge, it simply shows you the truth. And sometimes that truth asks you to let go, not because you've failed, but because your evolution demands new soil. Every supermoon also marks a point of emotional purification. It's when the subconscious surfaces to be acknowledged. You may find yourself remembering old experiences, reliving buried emotions, or suddenly understanding patterns that once confused you. This is the cleansing. Spiritual traditions see it as energy clearing. Psychology sees it as integration. Either way, the process is healing. When you face what you've avoided, you reclaim power. You make space for the next chapter that this supermoon is quietly initiating. But let's ground this in science for a moment. Light itself, especially reflected lunar light, affects the human pineal gland, the part of the brain associated with regulating circadian rhythm and melatonin production. When the moon is brighter and closer, even subtle light changes can affect sleep cycles, alertness, and emotional tone. These biological shifts, paired with cultural conditioning and deep archetypal meaning, create a potent psychological experience. So, while the energy of the supermoon may not be measurable in laboratory terms, its effects are deeply real in human perception and behavior. We respond not only to light, but to meaning, and meaning shapes reality. That's why, during this supermoon, mindfulness is your greatest tool. The moon magnifies what you focus on, scientifically through attention, spiritually through vibration. If you feed anxiety, you'll notice more triggers. If you feed peace, you'll experience more calm. This isn't superstition, it's neuroplasticity. Your brain literally wires itself around repeated focus. The moon simply gives that focus a cosmic mirror. For those who call themselves the chosen ones, souls who feel guided by something greater, this supermoon marks a turning point. You may feel your intuition heighten dramatically. Messages may come through dreams, symbols, or sudden realizations. Don't dismiss them, but also don't over-romanticize them. Balance intuition with discernment. Write your insights down. Let them unfold naturally. This lunar phase isn't about rushing into decisions. It's about awakening to clarity. The light reveals. Action follows once the vision is clear. As you stand beneath this enormous moon, imagine its glow as a wave of ancient photons traveling across space, light that left the sun, bounced off lunar stone, and now touches your skin. That light carries memory. It's the same light your ancestors saw thousands of years ago when they looked up and wondered about their place in the cosmos. You are participating in that same wonder now. The harvest supermoon reconnects you to time itself, a reminder that life moves in cycles, not straight lines. Every ending is just a seed disguised as closure. And maybe that's what this supermoon truly means. It's not just an astronomical event or a spiritual portal. It's a lesson in rhythm. It's a reminder that expansion follows contraction, that light returns after shadow, and that the universe, in all its vastness, moves in harmony. And you are part of that harmony. The closer you come to understanding this, the more aligned you become with the pulse of creation itself. If you can, spend time outdoors on these nights. Watch the moon rise over trees or water. Let its reflection remind you that illumination isn't about shining by force. It's about reflecting truth effortlessly. The moon doesn't generate light, it receives it and shares it beautifully. In the same way, you don't need to manufacture brilliance. You already are light. You just need to reflect what's real within you. This is the secret the cosmos has been whispering since the beginning. The Harvest Supermoon, glowing in Aries, asks you to own your light, not the polished version you show the world, but the raw, real, imperfect radiance that makes you who you are. This authenticity is your true alignment. The more real you are, the more the universe aligns to support you. The more you resist your truth, the heavier everything feels. The moon's message is simple but powerful. Illuminate what's hidden, and you'll find freedom. In the days following the supermoon, the energy will begin to integrate. What felt intense will soften into understanding. The insights you gain might not make full sense immediately, but trust that they're rearranging your path in ways you'll soon recognize. The moon's influence isn't a single night's magic. It's a wave that continues to ripple for weeks, adjusting, balancing, harmonizing your internal and external worlds. So as the light of the supermoon peaks and then begins to wane, take a deep breath. Feel the energy settle in your chest like quiet thunder. You've walked through illumination, faced reflection, and opened to expansion. You've aligned science with spirit, logic with intuition, and now you stand balanced between both, a bridge between earth and sky. And when the night fades, remember, nothing you've experienced is separate from you. The supermoon didn't give you power. It revealed the power that was always yours. It simply amplified the truth waiting in your heart. As the final supermoon of 2025 descends toward the horizon, it leaves behind more than light. It leaves remembrance that you are connected to every force in this universe. That energy responds to awareness, and that the rhythm of your life is guided not by chance, but by choice. You are the tide that moves with the moon. You are the seed and the harvest. You are the reflection and the light. And now, as dawn approaches, you carry the memory of this night within you, glowing, alive, awakening. The Harvest Supermoon has done its work. The rest is yours to live.